Well, hi there everyone and welcome back to Planet 19, where things are happening really. Since last time, I can't remember exactly what we had here last time, but at the minute we have a steam dynamo and a redstone furnace with the aqueous accumulator below it. The steam dynamo is burning through charcoal with water, and it is powering this, and I'm mostly using this just to cook off some cobblestone, turn it into smooth stone. That is going straight up into the chest above, where you can see we actually have quite a lot of it. If we come out this way, you can see we have a little bit of a tree farm over here. I am farming out the birch trees. And you can also see I've got a battle axe, hammer and excavator. That's for soil. All of them are made out of stone, because simply it's a lot easier to repair stone tools than iron ones. Now I'm on my own for the moment. Nerdy and Shorty are on at the minute doing their sort of stuffs, so I'm going to leave them to it just for the moment. So here is our building. It is getting night, but you can see if I come up here that I have got a circle all the way around now. It is coming together. I've been using the scaffolding to get in and out, and it is all lit up. Also in here you can see that I have completely leveled it out near enough, and I have also, let's just go over down here, sorted out this area. This was where there was that big pool full of muck. I've pretty much just cobbled it over, and I've used cobblestone just so I know where it is if I'm ever digging down in the future, so I don't just drop into it and die horribly. Okay, let's get back and head into bed, because it is night time and there will be monsters about, because this is Planet 19 and Planet 19 is full of monsters. It is a fact. And the nerdy has indeed. Right, let's get back outside, because what I want to do today is actually sort out the tree farm. The tree farm is going to be way over here at the minute, but it is going to come inside this wall. And what I'm going to do is set up a computer craft based tree farm, which will all be incredibly exciting. So let's start to think about where it is going to go. Now, when I say computer craft tree farm, I mean turtles, because I quite like turtles. Now, if I'm going to do this, then I shall probably have a channel running along here. So the idea is I'm going to use a turtle to actually do all the digging for me. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So actually I cut off the channel right here. A turtle will dig the trees for me. Then I just have to collect the saplings so that I can replant the saplings. Well, the way that I'm going to do that is to dig a channel and fill it full of water. That way, saplings will drop into said channel and travel along to the end. Is this the way that I am doing it right? I'm doing it completely backwards, aren't I? This is where the soil wants to go, and the channel will run on this side. Along here like this. With soil running along in here, which will contain the trees which I'm going to plant. So let's just remove all this. And I think I shall also remove any grass which is going to grow along it, just for the sake of looks. Now the land which I'm on at the minute will be ground level. I will sort out the grass later, I think. So he will sit there. So we will have water running along down these two. We have a couple of buckets, so I can go and fill this in. But actually it should go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, shouldn't it? And this is the point where it should drop. Just there. Then it should go further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that should be the extent of the water, if I can count which is always in question. So this water will scoop up any saplings which get dropped by the trees. They'll transport them down to this end, where what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop in a pair of thingies. Hoppers. Vanilla hoppers. Said vanilla hoppers will pick up the saplings as they fall in. It sounds like a good plan to me. Let's see how it actually works in practice. Right, let's head out here. We've got loads of saplings just lying about. So a couple of buckets full of water, and I'm going to create an infinite water source in there to save me running about, because that is just annoying. So the reason I want to do this is twofold. One is to get the wood, which my quarry is currently running off. That is still running, and also lets me cook things up. I'm also going to put rubber trees into it because I need lots of rubber to start things other. There are rubber trees around here, but I haven't started properly exploiting them yet. Right, let's just pop this in and get going with this. So one of those here and one of those there. That should run to exactly where I cut down. Thankfully it does, so I can count. One here and one there. That runs down just to the end of there. Perfect. And we shall do exactly the same just here. Like that. And like, this. It's this one, isn't it? There we go. So now we have a way to collect saplings and bring them all the way down here. The next thing we are going to need is a hopper and some chests. Well, let's see if we can get a hopper and some chests on the go. Another thing which we are going to need is item ducks, and possibly quite a lot of them. So let's see what we can do about all of this. Ducts, item ducts, require tin and a piece of either hardened glass or lead. Let's see if we can do anything about that. Okay, we have quite a bit of tin and lead about, but none of it is cooked up, so we just need to cook it up. We also have a ton of junk on us, so let's get rid of some of this. I'm not using that. The chisel at the moment either. I don't particularly need my stone axe or stone hoe. Lodestone, I don't need that at the minute. That goes in here. I like to pretend that I'm organised even if I blatantly am not. Well, we can get a bit more cobblestone into there. And a few more pieces of wood into there just to cook up. Did I pick the tin up? I did. How much? Ooh, we are running really low on lava. Really properly low on lava. That is going to be a problem soon. Let's also get a few pieces of lead on the go. Hopefully I've got enough there to get it going. Okay, another thing which I'm going to need to think about is chests. So let's have a look at the different types of chests we can have. We can obviously have, let's see, iron, gold, diamond, copper, silver chests. Silver might not be a bad idea, because silver is one of the few things I have a ton of. So what do I need to get a silver chest? Actually, it's surrounding a copper or an iron chest, so that is out of the question. So I do have a bit of a problem with the amount of stuff I have. Let's hop on down to the quarry. Hoppity hop. What can we find? We can find I've got some cadmium. I've got a decent amount of iron ore. So I guess it is going to be an iron chest, isn't it? Right, do we have any iron? Oh, I've got lead about anyway. I didn't realise that at all. So I'm going to need to actually cook off a load of iron. Am I? No, I have a block. Just handy, just like that. Has this killed my lava supply? No, I have just survived 12 and 14. That is absolutely fine. So let's get making a chest or two. I am actually going to need 4 chests, 3 chests even for this. Which is that much, one of which is going to want to be an iron one. This is just to stop them all connecting up, basically. 1 iron chest. Now the next thing I'm going to want to make is a turtle. Turtles are great fun and very easy to make. So all that I'm going to need for this is a computer and another chest actually, which is a glass pane, a load of stone and a piece of redstone. So 1 piece of redstone, a small amount of stone. And what was the other thing? It was a glass pane, was it? Oh no, a chest. It's a glass pane for the computer, I think. Now glass panes are in one of my many chests. So a computer is a U shape of that, and... No, I need to do a computer first, don't I? That's the one that needs the glass pane. That is a computer. Stick it on top of a wooden chest with, what was it around it? It's iron. Lots more iron is needed. Lots more iron is needed. I'd forgotten how much iron it took to make one of those. So down here we come to pick up some of the iron that we've mined. 9 pieces of iron ore, which is probably not going to be enough. It will be enough for what I want, but I don't think I've got enough of this in to cook it. Enough fuel in that. Which will be a right pain. And it is night time. So what I think I'm going to do is slip down into ye old mine shaft to get a little bit more lava, because lava is the thing which I don't have. So I'll just super quickly run off and do that. Okay, so I'm back upstairs. I have a ton of lava and I'm just going to pop some of it in here. And probably keep 1 bucket of the stuff in a wooden chest because that seems really safe to me. I don't know about you, but it makes a lot of sense to me. I'm also starving to death because lots and lots of steps on the way up, basically. There we go, that will do me very nicely. Right, what do I have? A couple 5 ingots of lead to get out. Three. And hopefully this will have baked up almost really quickly. Hopefully any second now. There we go. We should now be able to pour off a ton of iron. Any saplings about? Oh, Skelly, Skelly, Skelly. No thank you, Skelly. Right. Block O iron. Right, so all that we need to do is split that block up into bars. Put them around here, and what we will have is a turtle. Now I want this turtle to be a mining turtle. I'm just going to have to put stuff away for a minute. I shall keep some tin actually on me. I should have a tin block. I do. And the lead. These, I don't know why some of these are not stacking. Too much junk. Way too much junk in my inventory. Right, what I'm going to need is... Well, I'm going to need one more chest because I used one to make the turtle. I'm going to need some sticks. Because I am going to need to make... Where can I put some of this junk? I shall sort it all out later. I'm going to need to make a diamond pick. Diamonds, sticks, diamond pick with a turtle makes a mining turtle. That's what we want. This is a turtle which can go through absolutely anything. Now, yes, let's just set this going. I'm going to need some charcoal to set this going. And I should have a ton of it in one of these. This one will do nicely. Has that skeleton gone? Yes, yes, it has. Okay, so let's go back up here. So here is our base, and what I am going to do is, actually I could just dig this little bit out and replace it with stone blocks just for looks. I'm going to place an iron chest on here. Oh, this is going to be right into the wall. Oh, that is not ideal at all. This is in the wrong place. Oh no! Horrors. The horrors, the horrors. It is all one too far forwards, which is unfortunate. And you shall see why in a second. I want this actually all to be here. Same with this one, just pull it all one forwards. There we go. I simply need to place something behind it, and it would be out in the wall if I did it just there. So there we go, and this is going to come one forwards as well, and it will sit here. Now, I know, mate, why did those chests not stack? I don't have a clue. 3 chests. On top of this will sit my turtle. There we go. So first job, as always with the turtle, is to set the label. That way it'll remember who it is. Label set. This is going to be a tree turtle, so Teresa. I think I misspelt that as well. If I did, I'll just change it a bit later. Now what I want to do is actually dig out every other one of these. The reason I'm doing that is because when birches, which is what I'm going to grow here to start with, grow, they knock out a sapling placed directly next to them. I have no idea why. But it is very, very annoying. Right, we just need to tell this turtle now what to do. And to do that, I'm just going to need a couple more things. I'm going to need some saplings, and I'm going to need a bit of wood. I've got a load of saplings, that's good. I'm going to need a few bits of this wood. That is an awful lot of bits of wood, that is plenty. Right, I'm now going to download a program from Pastebin. This is one that I have made for myself. NH lowercase v D A GF5. Okay, I need to tell it what that is to be called. I'm just going to call it trees. It's a very, very simple piece of code. Basically all it does is it makes the turtle move forwards. Every time it finds a space under it which you can plant on, it will plant a sapling. If it comes up against a tree, it will go up, cut the tree down, dig down and replace the sapling. It will then return, put all collected wood in here. It will pull saplings out of this box, and then when it needs fuel, it will pull fuel out of this box. All it needs is a piece of birch wood in there so it knows when it's found a tree, some charcoal in there to fuel it to start with, and some birch saplings in here. And then it can start running. Now there is one more thing which it is going to need, which I shall get to now. I have set this up so that it will only run if it receives a redstone signal. I've done that because I'm on a multiplayer server. That way I can shut it off if I ever need to. So let's make up some way to give it a redstone signal, and the best way to give it a redstone signal is, I think, using programmable RedNet controllers. No, just the RedNet cabling. So I am hitting all the wrong keys. I want RedNet cabling. That is here. It is made up from plastic sheets, which is made up from raw plastic, which is made up from rubber bars, which is made up from cooking raw rubber. Now I only actually have raw rubber, haven't cooked up any of it yet, so I need to get this actually cooking. Fortunately, it will cook very quickly. I'm just going to need about 4 or so pieces of it. The other thing which I am going to need is hoppers. So hoppers are obviously a load of iron around a chest, so we can also make up one of these very easily. And I'm going to need several of these actually. What am I going to need? About 4? 4 of those. That will actually take up a ton of iron. It will take up way more iron than I actually have. So that part of this plan is going to fall flat upon its face unless I can get a bit more iron out. What's left? Another 9 ingots. So yes, each one takes up 5, so I'm going to be able to make 2 of these. But it will work pretty much automatically, so I don't mind too much, and as I get more iron out, I'll be able to make up more. And Shorty is having a bit of a bad time. I think he's having a very, very bad time. Oh, I've got a ton more iron. That's perfectly. So I can actually make up all of these which I need, which is good. Right. These are, of course, just this very basic pattern with these in the middle to get your hoppers. I can at least make up a couple. Right, I've got a load of rubber bars. I can now put these through again and they'll turn into raw plastic. Shorty is having a really, really, really bad day. I shall get into bed, which hopefully might help him a bit. Assuming actually that the nerdy is anywhere near his bed, which he might be. Which I'm guessing that he actually isn't. Oop, Shorty left, so... and I can't blame him. That seems like a very, very good idea. Log out and back in again. Right, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to make up some RedNet cabling. I now have my plastic. I now also should have a bit of redstone. which means that I can make some up. It is just plastic around to make plastic sheets, which go top and bottom with a bit of redstone in the middle. Gets you a load of these. I'm not going to use it all because these sheets are very useful for things other. Right, I will also just want a single lever. Right, and apart from that, I just need to get the rest of my iron out, which shouldn't be too long. It should have made it up by now. I just need one more pile of the stuff. And I'll soon need to repair my axe as well. There we go. Right, into here. Make up some of this stuff. Pop this into... Oh dear, poor Shorty. And get over here. I don't really know what to say to that. Got to at least offer him some solace, I guess. Right, let us pop this red net cabling back here. And just pull it over and down here for the sake of argument. I really need this. A magnum torch, I'd not really heard of that. I'll let them chat along. This will put a redstone signal on the back, so I can start and stop this as I want. What I'm finally going to do is pop a few hoppers down over here. I am one out, of course. Why on earth I'm trying to dig everything up with a shovel, with a torch, I don't know. The shovel would, oops, make more sense. So pop these in. And pop these in. Fortunately, I'm not in that horrible muck here. There we go, and now all the saplings will just fall down and end up in there automatically. Obviously, we'll lose a few which land on here. So now the last thing to do, I guess, is to get this running. It is called trees, and I shall simply call it trees. Run trees. So this is now running. This is on, this is now on. This program doesn't run very often. It runs approximately every 3 minutes. That's just because it doesn't need to that often because it's waiting for trees to grow. Anytime I want it to use a different type of sapling, I can just replace it with a different type of sapling in that buffer, so I can get it to farm rubber trees instead, for example. Other than that, that should now work. I shall probably record something of this working after I finish this episode. So that will be it. I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and I do hope you join me once again next time. Shorty is getting somewhere, and I am off. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.